Hey guys, Jeffries here and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. Now before we go anywhere in this episode, I have to introduce you to two brand new tram lines. We have... is it this one? No, I always forget where they are. This one? That's the Maroon line. One of them's here. No, one of them's here, sorry. Rosewood line, that one's here. And this part here, this is City Auto 7. Rosewood line comes from this depot down this way, goes along this street here, and then joins up with this line here. Now this line is, let me find the actual depot so I can tell you the name of here, the Autumn line, and it comes from a depot which is straight up here. Now this line I'm not that happy with, so I think we're actually going to be changing that line today. And I've just realised I've got my TV on in the background. Let me mute that a second. Very unprofessional. I do apologise, guys. Right, as I was saying, this line is probably going to get rerouted today. And the reason that's going to happen is because they join up here, and I'm happy with this, runs south to this bit here, runs along this way, runs down this stretch here, around this little bit. Now I'm very happy with this section, this off-street section. Carries on running south, up and over this bridge. Now this is the bit I'm really happy with. This is the monorail interchange we have here. We also have bus stops for the Brandeis line, and we have the tramway underneath as well. This is the clever bit. The freeway is technically in the way still, but the way I've done this, it shouldn't affect it too much. And in fact, I have just remembered I forgot to rebuild. I can't take that out. Well, that's annoying. Unless I move this wire. I might have moved the wire at some point. Let me rebuild this bit quickly. There we are. Just about manages to fit that in under the tunnel. And it gets rid of that water. Or some of it. Which isn't a bad thing. Anyway, trams used to run straight down this avenue. Or they would have done if I'd built it. What we've done now though is built this little pathway which runs alongside the freeway at this point here. And then connects up with this section here, which is the Sangria line. And then from here it runs all the way along and then into Tram Square. Now this is brilliant. I like this a lot. The only thing I'm not so keen on is the fact that one line takes all the passengers away from the other line. So I think the solution to that is to build a second spur line somewhere coming off this pathway here. The question is, how much of this road will I have to move for that to become possible? Or even will I have to move it? Could I? This is a bit of a punt, but could I get my mouse to work first of all? Could I do this so that it goes this way? I can. This isn't a bad idea. That isn't a bad idea at all, you know. And then from here we could have a pathway that can go... Let me just have a look at this a second. Yeah, okay, I got an idea for this. Right, get rid of this road and this road, shall we? Actually, no, we don't need to do that. We can just get rid of these roads. This is going to have a small underground section, this line. Let's hope it doesn't interfere with the City Auto. It's going to interfere with the City Auto. In that case, it's going to go above ground. Well, that's annoying because that gets rid of my plan. In that case, we'll have to do it like that. Which also means we're going to have to get rid of that, that, and that. Turn this back into a 3-lane one-way street. Like so. And then build this pathway so it goes straight across like this. Now this is the tricky bit because I need to get it whoops, there, that bit's fine. It's this bit that's going to be tricky. So I need to bring it round. Does that work? No, that doesn't work. I'm starting to think the best way of actually doing it is to build this like this and see if it will curve. Yeah, like that. Actually, the only way I'm going to make this better, let me have one more crack at this. Is to do it like, no, do it like that. Does that work? Not really. Probably best if I build from this side. Curve around like that and then straight on to there. Wasting time faffing over a junction. There we go. Connected. Right. Now to put the stops in. We want one here. Like that. We want another set. Here's probably a good spot. One there and one there. Does this actually connect to the City Auto network? Is there a station under there? No. That's actually the chicane section of the City Auto network, so there's definitely not a station under there. Stop there and a stop there, and then a final couple. In fact, we don't need a final couple because it'll just connect back up over here. There we go. So that's going to draw passengers away from one line onto another. The other option I have is to completely avoid tram square, but that is a bit of a risk. That is a bit of a risk, actually, thinking about it. I mean, this could have carried on heading south, and I still don't like the look of that curve. So I'm going to try one more time to actually build this in properly. So we need that to be straight, like that, and then this curves. That looks better. Can I build that there? I think that's going to be a bit too disruptive. Can I build this out this way? Because there's the connection over there. Yeah, that works. That's not too bad then. I've no idea what this road's going to be used for now, if anything. In fact, the smart thing to do would be to turn this into... Got to do this one now as well. I'll get there eventually, guys, I promise. Turn that into that, and then this into that, and then have this as a two-lane road, so that vehicles can actually use this road as well now. There we go. Slight improvement. And then I can put the tram stop back in. There. Right, now to go back to the autumn line and reroute it. So let me do that. Grab this. Do this. Get rid of every stop. I was actually disappointed about the autumn line. I thought the autumn line would be the popular one. Apparently not. some reason everyone likes Rosewood. Oh wow, we got traffic problems going on here. Holy moly. That is because down here only one lane turns, actually 2 lanes turn left, but only one lane goes into the right turn here. That's a bit of an inconvenience. Might have to fix that at some point. Anyway, where were we? Rosewood. No, Autumn. I keep losing the... Where's the bloody depot for it? Up here. Ah, look at all these tram lines we've got, practically right next to each other, all heading in virtually the same direction. What the hell's that doing? I hate it when it does that. Right, there. Here. There. Connect up with the Rosewood line. I imagine there'll be a lot of passenger exchange going on there. That stop. See, I don't mind these 2 tracks running, or these 2 lines running on the same track for a period. I think the problem that happened and the mistake that I made was I had them running right the way together, right up to Tram Square, and then the only difference there was one went clockwise and one went anti-clockwise. And I think what became the issue was trams were bunched right up one against the other anyway. So that was a problem. But also, the first tram would just take all the passengers, and because if that tram arrives first, everyone thinks it's the quicker line, so they all wait for that tram. And we were just having passengers stolen. Whereas now, we should have a bit more freedom in this line. Right, so that comes down this way. Now it's going to run up this way. Into Tram Square. Let's go... Really? Oh wow. Has that been missing all along? Holy smokes. That could have been a problem. How have I not noticed that before? There we go. And then it comes up to this stop, comes down this way to this stop, along to, whoop, there we go, this stop, and then back. See the freeway starting to get busy again. I've just missed out a stop. It has these spurts. It goes ages with no one wanting to use it, and then suddenly everybody wants to use it. It does become a bit of a nightmare. Trams don't help, I've noticed. The queues of traffic trying to get on and off the freeway. Trams don't help. Although, what are these cars actually queuing for? They're all queuing to turn left. I might have to widen that street. That should be fine, that's not a problem. Right, keep heading north. Back over this way, over the river. This is the old, massive monorail interchange. You can see there are still people waiting. I always wanted to run another tram line through, and it was only, I think it was Saturday. I was just looking at it and suddenly I had the idea, because I saw this pathway here curving round. And I thought, actually, I can build a tramway on that. If it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't have done it. The biggest problem then was the south option, but you see, I managed to solve that problem as well. So I'm quite happy with the actual track layout. Like I said, the only thing I was disappointed about was one tram line was stealing all the passengers from the other. Right, back to the diverging section. I quite like this intersection as well, it's quite clever. The buildings have grown up round it nicely as well, so that's good. Keep going north. This is a very snaky line. It heads north, south, east and west. Whereas some just head in straight lines. There we go. Done. Let me save my game quickly because my desktop is still not quite fixed. It has a few issues. Any of you who watched my Minecraft episode, in fact you'll be watching my Minecraft episode this evening, you'll see how it does still create some problems. But that's that. I mean, it's fixable. That's the main thing. It is fixable, so I will solve the problem at some point. It's just actually physically getting around to doing it. Right, this traffic problem. Which street was it on? This one here. So you have 2 lanes of traffic, but only 1 lane is trying to turn left. But there's 2 lanes here, but there's technically only 1 because it's a bus lane. So I think the best solution is to either make this one way, which would actually probably be the best option. We'll make it a 4-lane one way. Yeah, see, it's still only 1 lane here that turns left. So let me... whoops. Did not want to get rid of that tram track, but I suppose I needed to anyway to do this. There you go, now we've got 2 lanes turning left. So that should help. Look at that, straight away cars are starting to use it. Because we've got 4 lanes down here now, 2 turn left. That should make life a little bit easier for us. It's because of people trying to get on the freeway. I had a feeling that was the problem. It certainly looks like it now. Right, we have got a problem down here now with floating monorail track. So I'll probably have to fix that at some point. That's why I replaced this avenue in the first place. And this section over here. Oh, that's popular. Cardinal line. And the Ruby line's popular. Wow. I did not see that coming. Why are we gridlocked here? People crossing the road. Right. Tram move. They're not moving, are they? That's problematic. Let me fix that. Let's get rid of the Sangria line. I suppose we'll have to get rid of some more of these. Cardinal line. There's no traffic lights, so that can't be the problem. Cerise line can't find a route to the next stop. But I think that's because of that little avenue bit that I deleted. There you go, they're starting to move now. That was over here, wasn't it? The Cerise line. Yeah. Oh. It was fully justified in complaining. For some reason, that wasn't linked. It's linked on this side, just not on that side. How strange. Right. What else needs doing in this lovely, lovely city of ours? Actually, one other thing I was going to do was to rebuild... I don't know, good. Bus is breaking down. This trolley depot, where are we? Over here. This one. We're going to get rid of these lines, but before we do that, we are going to select this depot. Right, so we've got Birch Grove. Do that one first. Because I've got to remember which ones are which now. Birch Grove is City East? Yes. We scroll down. Got to find it on here now. How fun. Venetian, 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 Cypress Creek, Cypress Creek. Where's Birch Grove? There it is. Goes at a funny time of day, but what are you going to do? There you are. Right. And it's going to go from this depot here to... we should have like a long distance section for these bus stops. Stuff it, I'm going to go to this one here. Just to load up. Head over here to Birch Grove itself, where we stop there. And then head back. It's a very zigzaggy route here through the city, but it looks like it's going to work, so that should be fine. It's a very zigzaggy route back as well. That's a terrible route back. Oh well. Done it now. Right, so that's Birch Grove done. So now I can go on here and get rid of this Birch Grove line. Like so. Next one, Piccadilly Circus. And this is coming from a suggestion by somebody who said about can't I just have buses instead of trolleys running through these lines? And yeah, to be honest, I think you are right. The only reason I used trolleys was to control where the buses actually go, but they did have to take the long way round, so I do totally agree with you on that one. Right, and this one goes that depot to one of these stops. That one got a... yeah. In fact, that one's Cypress Creek, so we might as well do it to this one. Over to Piccadilly, which is a long way away. It's actually a lot further than you think. Excuse me. Now this one seems to take the freeway anyway, which is strange. I wasn't actually expecting that. So this could be a problem, this one. It depends where it comes back from. Ah, okay. That one might be an issue. We'll keep an eye on that one, just in case. Whoops. 1 second. There we go. That's the one I wanted to press. So that's that one done. So now we can go into here, Piccadilly Circus, and delete. Final one, Cypress Creek. Timetable it, same as the other Cypress Creek, which is somewhere. There it is. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. And then this one goes depot. That one over to Cypress Creek, which is down here. Let's just choose a random one of these. This one. Yeah, that one will do. And then back. This takes a strange route as well. It goes all the way up here before crossing over. It actually goes through. This is what I didn't like. It goes through the middle of this. So I think we'll actually go back to the way it was before, where it actually stops here. So this is Rathouse Cypress Creek, really. If you want to be really specific. Otherwise it will just go through the middle of there and it will have to stop when there's other buses that are stopped, and it'll become a massive pain in the backside. So I might as well just do it that way. Drop off there and then head back to depot. Now the last thing I want to change, let's get rid of Cypress Creek, the trolley line. The last thing I want to change is this Birch Grove. I want to change its origin stop, because we should have an extra stop here now. The one that isn't taken. Yep, we do. So it goes here, goes all the way over to this stop here, and then back to this one here. We're just going to do one-way trips with these vehicles. That works for me. There we go. Done. Now let's follow one of these lines, shall we? First bus on the list is standing in the depot, so let's ignore that. Pretend that didn't happen. One of these, you, are going to Cypress Creek. Perfect. That'll be a good one to follow. Let's try and do that again. There we go. Rosewood line still doesn't seem to be that popular at this end of the city. We'll have to check that out. Well, I'll have to check that out at some point. Right, saving the game again. That's become a force of habit. Whenever I do anything now, I save immediately, just in case. Things do go wrong on this game. I've noticed though it stopped crashing now when I alt-tab out. So that's an improvement. That's a definite improvement. Positive sign. Anyway, underneath ground, going to the depot. There's a hub link underneath, still running smoothly. After I rebuilt all the trains, which was quite a painful process actually. That's a good piece of advice. If you're using custom trains, don't buy too many of them at one depot, because you'll be clicking for hours when you have to get rid of them all if you upgrade, or if you downgrade. It takes a very long time indeed. Just a word of advice for anyone out there who wants to do the same thing as me. I'm pretty sure I've got RSI in my wrist now because of that. Right, bus rides the pavement as it goes around the corner. Like so, round here, through there, over there. Right on top of the metro hub, which is underneath. I always forget how far over the metro hub actually is at times. I was confused as to why the shelters were appearing on these roads, and it was only when I went into underground view to do some maintenance that I actually saw where the station was. It is quite surprising. You do forget. And there's another two here that we're just going past, the City Shuttle and the old City Express. So definitely there's a real sense of I lose my what's the phrase I'm looking for? I can't even remember it now. They always say it about goalkeepers. Lose my bearings, that's the one. I always lose my bearings in this city. I forget where things are. I've been on this city for months and months and months, and I played this city a lot before I even started recording these episodes. And yet I still forget where things are. It is quite amazing to think about. It's the one that gets me. I'll zoom out quickly and show you. I always forget where the MCH is. I always think it's over here for some reason. I mean, there's big parkland up here, but it's full of water, so it wasn't a suitable place. And I remember saying that at the time, when I first started looking for a place to put a central hub. I remember saying that it had to be somewhere with no water. And I ended up choosing somewhere that does still have a lake, but it has that huge area which is now filled up by the bus hub. And it works. It's a nice area. I'd like to know how many of you guys have actually built bus hubs in that area now, because you've seen me do it. Or even just hubs in general. Tram hubs, trolley hubs, metro hubs, monorail hubs, whatever it is. The MCH has changed a lot since the first episode of this city. I am half tempted to do a nostalgia episode where I actually go back and re-watch it and actually do like a comparison between then and now. That would be pretty cool. It's a shame that I didn't keep the save file, because that would have been really, really cool if we could just load them both up and do a comparison. So instead we'll have to do a video comparison, which might be harder to do actually, but if you guys want it, I'll try. I'll see if it'll work. Right, is it actually worth watching this bus? Probably isn't, thinking about it. I'm probably just wasting everyone's time doing this. So what I am going to do instead is go over to the Rosewood line and actually see if its popularity is built up or not. It has a little bit. We got buildings on this road now, which is cool. If we didn't have already, which I don't think we did. I think this was a big green area. So we got buildings springing up, that's good to see. I like that. Oh my. Oh my. Have the trams got lost or something? Where are they? Is there a tram out on track at all, or? Yeah, there's one out on track. Where is it? It's coming now. It seems to be taking an awful long time. Keeps getting held up by traffic lights. 100 people waiting at that stop though. That's incredible. I can't believe that. That is so many people. Holy smokes. Right. Tell you what guys, I'm going to carry on watching this. Because I have some editing to do to actually make sure this video gets up on time. So I'm going to watch this and we'll come back on Wednesday's episode and I'll tell you guys how it's going. So until then, thank you very much guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I will see you soon.